Today is a great day. Today is the 10th of Zulhijjah. And that's a day which we call it also the day of sacrifice. And we call this day also usually Eidul Adha, because we have a two Eid in a year, Eidul Fitr, Eidul Adha. The Eidul Fitr is next after the Ramadan, one of the pillars of Islam. Ramadan, the fasting, puasa. The Eidul Fitr after Ramadan. Tapos na Ramadan, Allah give the blessings of Eidul Fitr. And Eidul Adha is after the Hajj. You make your Hajj yesterday, today is another blessing, Eidul Adha. It's a very good point to note here that we have a 5 pillars of Islam: the Shahadatain, the faith, the Iman, then we have Salah, and then Zakat, and then 2 more pillars is the Ramadan and Hajj. And after Ramadan is also Salah, Salatul Eid, and after the Hajj is also Eid, Eidul Adha. The Salah also. So Salah is very important point. In all the actions, when we say Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah wa ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, what is the first obligation for you? Is Salah. And that's when Allah is taking a covenant from Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's saying, "Kul," say, in Tagalog, sabihin mo, "Inna salati." So what is the first? Say, surely my salah. The salah is very important. When he is making covenant, the first thing is say, "Inna salati wa nusuki wa mahyaya wa mamati." You are making covenant with Allah. Allah is telling to covenant to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to Allah, and we are doing the same covenant with Allah. Surely my salah, my sacrifice, my living and my dying are all for Allah. I live for Allah and I die for Allah. I do everything for Allah. I am the servant of Allah. My life is to obey Allah. My boss is Allah. My creator is Allah. My Lord is Allah. My everything is Allah. If you change it to money, some people, they live for money, they die for money. Yung buong buhay niya, yung center nila, yung pera, the material things. But if you are a Muslim, your center is Allah. I am thinking of Allah every day. Today, I am thinking how I can make Allah happy with me and not angry with me. Ano gagawin ko na yun, na araw na ito, na para masaya ang Allah at hindi siya galit sa akin? That is the mission of a life of a Muslim. We call it today is the day of sacrifice. Who give the sacrifice? Who are the one giving the sacrifice today? Not human beings are giving the real sacrifice. The real sacrifice given by the animals. The cow, sheep, the goat, the camels, karabaw. Yung mga hayop, yung tunay ng sacrifice dahil na bibigyan nila yung buhay nila para maging pagkain natin. They are giving their life for Allah. Yung lahat ng hayop, bibigyan yung buhay nila para kay Allah, para sila na maging pagkain natin. They are giving their life for Allah. It's not us we are making real sacrifice. We just buy the animals. Bibili tayo yung mga hayop. But the real sacrifice today is coming from the animals. Look at these animals here. The cows, the goats. They are waiting for slaughtering. They are waiting to give their life for Allah. We are not giving life here. We are just enjoying celebration. We just money use only. The real sacrifice is given by these animals. And that's the meaning of sacrifice. You as a Muslim, you need to work for humanity. How I can do good for the human beings? If you live in the Philippines, You try to think, as a Muslim, I want to give my life to Allah. I want to do something good for the people in the Philippines, the people in the world. Everybody can benefit from me. I want to be a blessing for the people. Then everybody will love you. The non-Muslim will love you. They say, yes, this person is good person. He's helping us. He's trying to be kind with us. He's generous with us. The same example today, these animals in around the world, millions of animals. Hundreds of millions of animals is slaughtering today. Hundreds of millions of animals. It could reach to 1 billion animals. It could reach to the billion animals. 1 billion animals. And these all animals, they're giving their life for the sake of Allah. If you read the Quran, you start the Quran with Surah Al-Fatiha. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. Say Amin. The first start of the Quran is starting, opening, Fatiha, Umpisa. What is the next surah? What is the, after the Umpisa ng Quran, ano yung pinakaunang surah na yun? Suratul Baqarah. Al-Baqarah. What is Al-Baqarah? The cow. In Tagalog, ang baka. Subhanallah. Why Allah is making, after Surah Fatiha, bakit ginawa ng Allah yung unang chapter sa Quran? Al-Baqarah. The cow, ang baka. Bakit? Because the cow is beneficial. The cow is giving benefit to the humankind. Yang cow, bibigay niya yung buhay niya para sa mabuti sa tao. That's why Allah put the Baqarah, very important. Bakit? The cow. The best meat from the cow, the beef. The best milk, the best drink coming from the cow, the milk, gatas. The best clothes. Sino yung pinakamaganda, yung pinaka-high quality ng damit? Galing sa baka, yung leather, balat. Subhanallah. The best food from the cow, the best drink from the cow, the milk, and the best clothes from the cow, the leather. Leather. You buy the jacket, normal jacket maybe 500. Leather jacket 5,000. High quality cloth. So complete. Kain galing sa baka. Inom galing sa baka, gatas. Damit galing sa baka, leather. Subhanallah. The most beneficial creature of Allah beside the human beings. Yung mabuti na yung ng likha ng Allah yung baka para sa tao. Kaya yung pinang-unang chapter sa after Fatiha, Suratul Fatiha, Al-Baqarah. How many beef you eat every day? Ilang kilo? Millions of tons of beef every day you eat. Millions of tons of beef. Millions of tons of beef you eat every day. Subhanallah. The cow is giving the life for Allah para maging pagkain sa tao. Sacrifice. The cow is giving the milk. Sacrifice. Minsan, yung mga modern na mabababae, yung mga modern women, ayaw nila yung breastfeed milk. Yung maliit ng bata, ayaw nanay bigay sa kanya yung milk. Subhanallah. Sino maging nanay na yun? Baka. Yung lata ng gatas, galing sa baka. Subhanallah, the cow become a mother for a child. Because yung marami babae, ayaw nila bigay yung milk sa baby. Obligation ng Allah sa Quran. 2 years. All the women should give the breastfeeding to their child for 2 years. Quran. 2 years. Sa lasun. So milk from the woman, from the milk from the cow. Not only the baby, lahat, kahit bata, matanda, lahat, inom gatas galing sa baka. Subhanallah. Millions of tons of milk also. Millions of tons of meat, the beef, the millions of tons of milk. And the millions of tons of leather. Leather from cow. So what is the meaning of sacrifice today? It's not sacrifice meaning that I go into slaughter animals and we share with everyone, we slaughter and we share with everyone and we make celebration. No, that's not only the meaning. It's okay, we celebrate, we slaughter the cows, we slaughter the mga kambing, mga baka, but the real message, I want to be like them. Tayo maging parang nang ganito nila yung sacrifice. We need to sacrifice our life to good for the people, not to be selfish. Every human being in the world, in the Philippines, in China, in Japan, in America, in Pakistan, in India, in Africa, all the human beings, I want to be good with them. I want to help them. I want to feed them. I want to be kind with them. And the most important thing, I want to bring them the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. La ilaha illallah. I want to bring the message of Allah to the whole mankind. There is no other mission of our life except this, that we want to do good for the people for the sake of Allah. Ano sabi ni Prophet Jesus sa Quran? Sabi ni Allah, sabi ni Prophet Jesus, وَجَعَلْنِي مُبَارَكًا أَيْنَمَا كُنْتُ. Allah made me Mubarak, blessing. Wherever I go, I am a blessing. So if you are in Philippines, blessing for the people of the Philippines. You are in Maharlika, become blessing for the people of the Maharlika. If you are in Manila, become the blessing for the people in Manila. If you are in Philippines, become blessing for the people of the Philippines. If you are in Malaysia, in China, anywhere you go, you as a Muslim, you should be a blessing for the people. That's the meaning of sacrifice. That my life will be used for the sake of Allah, that I become a beneficial for the people. Yung buhay ko, yung buhay natin, maging beneficial para kay Allah sa lahat ng tao sa mundo. One of the greatest commandments of Allah. If you read Surah Baqarah, Allah mentioned about the commandments of Bani Israel. Yung tinatawag nila 10 commandments, nasa Quran. وَإِذَا أَخَذْنَا مِيثَاقَ بَنِي إِسْرَائِيلَ لَا تَعْبُدُونَ إِلَّا اللَّهَ وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا وَذِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْيَتَامَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. What does Allah say? And when we take covenant with the children of Israel that you should not worship any God beside Allah, wag na kayo sambahin maliban kay Allah. What is the next? وَبِالْوَالِدَيْنِ إِحْسَانًا. Be kind with your parents. وَذِي الْقُرْبَى, with your relatives. And kind with the mga orphans. Be kind with the orphans. Masakin, and be kind with the poor. Mabuti kayo sa mga mahirap. And what is the next commandment? The one of the great commandment of Allah. وَقُولُوا لِلنَّاسِ حُسْنًا. At magsalita kayo sa tao mabuti. That is the one of the commandment. As a Muslim, if I go to a Christian in Philippines, I will talk to him very nice, so he will love Islam for me. He said, mabait pala Muslim, mabait pala Islam. If I go to a Christian, what is my approach? Salamu alaikum. Kapayapan sa inyo lahat. So what the mga Christian think? Mabuti yung greeting ng Muslim. Salamu alaikum. He's giving me peace. Gusto niya bigay sa atin kapayapaan. When the Prophet Muhammad migrated from Mecca going to Medina, what he said to the Sahaba? Make dawah? Say la ilaha illallah? Or teach them salah? No. He only gave 2 commands. Dalawang utos bigay ni Prophet Muhammad sa mga Sahaba galing sa Mecca, Muhajirin. Bigay yung sa Ansar. Ano gagawin nila sa Ansar na yun sa Medina? The Prophet ﷺ said when they go from Makkah to Medina, he commanded to the Muhajirin, to the galing yung mga tao galing sa Makkah, sabi niya, go to the people and give salam and feed them. Salam and feed them. Dalawa bagay. Greeting plus pagkain mo sa kanila. So as a Muslim, if we go to the non-Muslim area, the first thing we do, salam. Second thing, let's come, we have a party for you. Let's come have a tea with us, coffee with us, lunch with us, dinner with us. If nothing, just give a biscuit. Just give a bottle of water to show the generosity. Islam is generous. Muslim has a big heart. That's sacrifice. The real meaning of sacrifice, that my life become the blessing for the people for the sake of Allah. My life will be beneficial for the people. First with my families, with my parents, with my wives, my children, my brothers, sisters, my relatives, and the neighbors, and the friends, and all the poor people, and all the people of the world. I want to become a blessing. That's the meaning of sacrifice. The one we slaughter is a demonstration. When these animals are giving the life, they are teaching us how we give the life. You also use your life for Allah to become beneficial for the people. How many people during the lockdown, the last Ramadan, it was very hard lockdown. Ano ginagawa kami? We bringing the rice to the people everywhere. In Manila, in Cavite, in Laguna, in Pasay, everywhere. We bring the rice. Muslim at hindi Muslim, lahat. Muslim at Christian, we bring them rice. We give also Quran translation. And we give them rice. To show them that Islam is good. And Muslims are good. They know how to help and they are generous. And Islam is generous. And Allah is the most generous. Because if you are showing generosity, you are showing generosity to Islam. Kung tayo Muslim generous, ano ibig sabihin? Islam ang generous, Allah ang generous. We need to show generosity. We need to give the people with open heart to sacrifice our lives for the sake of Allah, to help people in the world. That's one of the meaning of sacrifice, and that is the purpose of sacrifice. Also, when we are slaughtering the animals, katay, we need to slaughter our bad image. We need to slaughter our bad attitude. We have to slaughter our bad behavior. What is your bad? And you have to slaughter your bad addictions. You have to slaughter your bad sins. You have to slaughter all the bad things in your life. Slaughter them. Anong yung bad habits mo? Mag-sigrilyo ka, katay mo yung bad habit ng sigrilyo. You are drunkard, you are drinking alcohol, slaughter your bad habits of drinking. Katay mo yung ugali ng lasing. Katay mo yan. Araw na yun. If your habit is to be a drug addict, you are drug addict, slaughter that now, today. Sacrifice. No need to take drugs. We are talking about the death penalty in the Philippines. I was hearing in the news that the Philippine government, they want to bring death penalty. Ano ang sabihin ko? Tama. There should be death penalty in the Philippines. Who are going to have a death penalty according to Islam? Yung mga murderer, yung mga patay tao, dapat death penalty. Number one. Yung mga terrorists, dapat death penalty dahil patay sila ng mga inosente. The terrorists should have a death penalty. Yung mga rapist, yung rape sa mga babae, yung mga bad people. So number one, the death penalty deserved according to the rule of Islam. Yung mga murderer, they should have a death penalty. If you read in Surah Al-Ma'idah, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ يُحَارِبُونَ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ يَسْعَوْنَ فِي الْأَرْضِ فَسَادًا أَنْ يُقَتَّلُوا أَوْ يُسَلَّبُوا أَوْ تَقَطَّعَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَأَرْجُلُهُم مِّنْ خِلَافٍ أَوْ يُنْفَوْا مِنَ الْأَرْضِ. Sabi na Allah, those who are waging the war with Allah and His Messenger, and they are making mischief. Ginawa sila ng magulo. And there is a four punishment in the Quran. أَن يُقَتَّلُوا أَوْ يُسَلَّبُوا أَوْ تَقَطَّعَ أَيْدِيهِمْ وَأَرْجُلُهُم مِّنْ خِلَافٍ أَوْ يُنْفَوْا مِنَ الْأَرْضِ. The highest is capital punishment, death penalty. Or to kill, or to hang them, crucify them. Or to cut their limbs from the opposite side. And the last one, يُنْفَوْا مِنَ الْأَرْضِ. You have to make them out from the world. Out from the Philippines, deport them. Or if they are from Philippines, send them as a bundok. Because they are not human beings. They are like animals, they should go in the place where animals live. So death penalty, yung ginawa ng government is according to Islam, tama. There should be death penalty. Murderer, yung mga patay tao, death penalty. Number two, the terrorist, death penalty. Kahit sino man terrorist, dapat death penalty. Yung mga rapist, dahil ginawa ng fasad, death penalty. Yung mga drug dealers, death penalty dahil ginawa ng fasad. They giving children the drugs. What happened yung children, the student, maging drug addict, buhay, sira. May benta ng shabu, death penalty according to Islam and according to the government of Philippines. So we Muslims should speak out when there is something like that from the government. We should give our opinion that is right. You should bring that penalty para may kapayapan. Because if there is no death penalty, mahirap ang kapayapan. So sacrifice we are slaughtering the animals, so katay tayo na lahat ng bad attitude natin. What are the bad attitude? Anger. Dapat katay mo yung galit mo. Hatred. Katay mo yung hatred. You don't hate anyone. Love in your heart. No hatred. No anger in your heart. Number 3. No backbiting. Yung ugali ng mag-chismis, katay mo na yun. Huwag ka chismis, bawal sa Islam. Ghiba. This called ghiba in Arabic. Ano sabi ng Allah? Para ka nang kain ka ng karni ng kapatid mo na patay. Subhanallah. Sa Suratul Hujurat. Kung magsalita sa ng kapatid mo sa salikod niya, para ka nang kain ka ng karni ng kapatid mo na patay. Subhanallah. Muslim ka ba na yun? Katay mo kapatid mo, tapos kain mo karni niya. Sabi na Allah, yan chismis. Ito ghiba, backbiting sa English. Kung wala ka ng kapatid mo nandyan, tapos magsalita ka na masama sa kapatid mo, para ka nagkain ka ng kapatid mo na patay. Subhanallah. Are you Muslim? You slaughter your brother and then you are eating his meat and you call I'm a Muslim? So yung ugali mo ng backbiting, slaughter it today. Remove from your life. Kung lasinggero ka, ugali ka ng lasinggero, katay mo na yun. No more lasing. Kung ugali mo ng sigrilyo, tanggalin mo na yun dahil haram ang sigrilyo. Sabi ng mga ibang ulama, makruh. Hindi makruh yan, haram. Dahil sa cigarette, puro patay. Kahit isang doktor sa buong mundo, hindi sabi, pwede magdahan-dahan yung sigrilyo. Wala. Kahit sa cigarette, anong sulat doon? Dangerous for your health, cancer. 100% haram ang cigarette dahil cigarette parang suicide. You are killing yourself. Sabi ng Allah sa Quran, wala tulku biaydikum illa taluka. Don't kill yourself with your own hands. You buy the cigarette, you smoke, you're killing yourself. When you go in the hellfire, you will be smoked there. You will smoke there. So yung ugali ng sigarilyo, katay mo na yun. Slaughter your bad habit of smoking. Slaughter your bad habit of mumurahin. Mamurahin, sabi ng Allah, it is bad that you are a believer, now you're speaking bad words. The same tongue, dila, gamit mo sa la ilaha illallah at same dila, gamit mo, mumurahin tao. Subhanallah. Ito, salita ng Allah, tapos mamaya, mamurahin sa tao. Subhanallah. A Muslim, a believer cannot do this. You have to slaughter your bad habit of lying. Kung ugali mo ng sinungaling, katay mo na yun sa araw na to. That's meaning sacrifice. Slaughter your bad habits. Slaughter the sins. Slaughter the bad deeds. Anybody you hate at hindi ka nasalita, you forgive him. Forgive her. Shake hand. Embrace and say, no more, I am your friend. Prophet Muhammad said, one of his great sunnah, every morning, every evening, clean your heart for the people. Sino man kagalit, tanggalin mo sa puso mo, that's sacrifice for Allah. Huwag ka ambok, huwag ka ego, huwag ka mayabang. Kahit sino yung kapatid mo, hindi ka salita, after salah, go and make talk to him and finish your fight with him. That is sacrifice. Sino yung una, mas blessing galing kay Allah. As long, sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that the greatest night is Laylatul Qadr. And the greatest day is Yawmul Hajj. Could be Yawmul Hajj. Or maybe the Jummah, last Jummah, the Jummah of the Ramadan. Regardless. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, all the people who are wake up in the Laylatul Qadr, patawad ng Allah. Forgiven by Allah. But the one of the person is not forgiven, the two Muslims not talking to each other, no forgiveness from Allah. Subhanallah. Kahit sa Lailatul Qadar, walang patawad ng Allah na yung dalawang Muslim hindi magsalita. So think of that. If you have a Muslim brother, you have a Muslim sisters, two sisters not talking, must talk now. Two brothers not talking, must talk now. And Muslim means is Muslim. Not Arabo Muslim, Pakistani Muslim, Maranao, Tausug Muslim, Malay Muslim. No, only Muslim. Kung ginawa mo, nagaw Maranao ka, mas malapit sa iyo yung Maranao Muslim, bawal sa Islam. Ikaw Tausug ka, mas malapit yung Tausug Muslim. Ikaw Arabo ka, mas malapit yung Arabo Muslim, bawal sa Islam. Muslim pantay lahat. Dahil sabi na Allah sa Quran, innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Hindi sabi na Allah, innamal Saudi ikhwa. Hindi sabi innamal Maranao ikhwa. Hindi sabi na Allah, innamal Pakistani ikhwa. Sabi na Allah, innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Hindi innamal Maranao ikhwa, hindi innamal Tausug ikhwa. No. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. So kahit Maranao ka, Arabo ka, Pakistani ka, Tausug ka, Maguindanao, Maranao, kahit ano, basta Muslim, pantay lahat. Pare-parehos lahat. That's the meaning, innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. We have a two kind of brotherhood. One brotherhood, Adam at Adha, Adam at Eve. All the people in the world, galing kay Adam. All the people of the world, galing kay Adam at Hawa, Eve. So all the human beings in the world, kahit Muslim, kahit hindi Muslim, they are from one father, one mother. So there is a brotherhood of humanity. But we have much stronger brotherhood is brotherhood in faith. Innamal mu'minuna ikhwa. Mas malakas dahil you believe la ilaha illallah, I believe la ilaha illallah. That's the strongest relation. The pinaka-strongest relation is a relation ng la ilaha illallah. There is no God except only one God, Allah. Walang Diyos maliban sa isa lang Diyos, Allah. That's the strongest relation. So don't hate your brother. Love your brother. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, say to your brother, I love you. Say to your brother, say to your sister, I love you. We all Muslims are brothers and sisters, and we should say we love you all for the sake of Allah. So inshallah it's 12:40. I will stop for first khutbah. After a few seconds will be the second khutbah. May Allah accept from us. Ameen. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شأنك والأبتر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له وبذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين. These are the verses I read in the first khutbah, and I'm reading again. Especially these last two verses of Surah Al-An'am is my favorite verses, which I love them very much. Which is this: قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ لَا شَرِيكَ لَهُ وَبِذَلِكَ أُمِرْتُ وَأَنَا أَوَّلُ الْمُسْلِمِينَ. These are my favorite verses of the Quran. I love them very much. And the other part of the verses is from the Surah Al-Kawthar, which is Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika wanhar inna sha'naka wal abtar. In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful. Surely we'll give you al-kawthar. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is prophesying to Prophet Muhammad that Allah is going to give him al-kawthar. Al-kawthar meaning could be the abundance, too much ni'mah, and it could be meaning al-kawthar is a river, Hawd al-Kawthar, the fountain of Kawthar in the day of judgment. And we hope that Allah can drink us from the Hawd al-Kawthar. And the next one is related to Eid al-Adha. فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ. So pray for your Lord and sacrifice. So it's very, very important thing here. Salatul Eid, then sacrifice. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu, if you are slaughtering before Salatul Eid, that is the food for your family. It's not accepted. So Salatul Eid first and then sacrifice. And remember what I said in the first khutbah, the sacrifice is not that just this animal slaughtering, but sacrifice is, I want to be like this. This sacrifice, like those animals, they are giving their life for Allah to become our food, to beneficial for us. So I want to be, my life is to beneficial for human being. My life should be beneficial for the human being and not to the curse for the human being. Prophet Muhammad said, the best among you are those who are best to the people. The best among you are those who are best to the people. So more beneficial you are to the people, more you are honorable with Allah. So be generous, be kind, be good to the people. What is the best thing that you can bring the people in the Philippines to Islam? What is the best thing? Is your character, is your akhlaq, is your generosity, is your good behavior, is your benefits giving to the people. We always talk about the 5 pillars of Islam, the shahadatain, the iman, salah, zakat, fasting and hajj. But these are the 5 pillars, like 1, 2, 3, 4. We have more than 10 pillars, maybe 20 pillars here. Poste. Poste lang dito, wala nang bubong, no flooring, no walls. Meron, di ba? So 5 pillars is not only Islam. 5 pillars is the foundation only. You need to put hollow blocks, you need to make flooring, tiles, you need to make roof. But what is the most beautiful thing in this masjid? What is the most beautiful thing in the masjid? The design, the paint. If the non-Muslim will pass here, what things attracts him? The paint, the design, the color. So our akhlaq is the design. Our akhlaq is parang pintura. It's attraction. So your akhlaq, your religion is true, the Islam is true, so your akhlaq must be good, so people can come to Islam. Make your akhlaq beautiful, make your akhlaq attractive to the non-Muslim, so they love Islam. Make your akhlaq good looking. There was a man, regarding this explanation of that this building of Islam has pillars and walls and a roof and everything, but the most attractive building in the building is the akhlaq, the pintura, the design, and that can attract people to Islam. The Philippines was a Muslim country and name was Maharlika. And how you can bring back the Islam here? With your character. How does this Maharlika become Muslim before? The Muslim trader, honest. The people become Muslim because of their honesty. And how you can bring people back to Islam here? With your character. More good character, the more people will come to Islam. They love Islam. There was a man, for example, there was a man, he's selling candy, matamis. And yung sa tabi niya, beside him, there is another man, he's selling suka, vinegar. And nobody comes to him to buy candy, but everybody go there to buy suka. Marami tao yung bibili ng suka, wala nang tao na bibili ng yung matamis na candy. And then he's thinking, why is like this? Then he go to the neighbor shop, store. He said, brother, you selling suka, maasim, and I'm very sour, and I'm selling sweet, the candy, very sweet. But people, they don't like to buy sweet, but they like to buy vinegar, the suka. Why is like this? Sabi niya, he said, I sell the vinegar with the sweet face, and you sell the sweet with the vinegar face. Means your attitude is not good, people, they don't like to come to you. My attitude is good, so people like to come to me. So we have a religion which is a true religion, the religion of Allah, which Allah gave to Prophet Ibrahim and all the prophets. but we are not good marketing. We are not doing good marketing for Islam. We must do the good marketing. And we bring it to the people of the world. And Allah promised in the Quran, إِذَا جَاءَ نَصْرُ اللَّهِ وَالْفَتْحُ وَرَأَيْتَ النَّاسَ يَدْخُلُونَ فِي دِينِ اللَّهِ أَفْوَاجًا فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ وَاسْتَغْفِرْهُ إِنَّهُ كَانَ تَوَّابًا. And when the help of Allah will come, and you will see the people will enter to religion of Allah in the groups, in the great numbers. So Allah is promising, and Islam is growing. Subhanallah. Islam now today is the fastest growing religion in America. Islam is the fastest growing religion in Canada. Islam is the fastest growing religion in Europe. Islam is the fastest growing religion in Asia. Islam is the fastest growing religion also in Philippines. And Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world. But not because we Muslims are doing something. It's because of the media, and it's because of the internet, and it's because of the people are researching. And because of the many non-Muslims in America and Europe and all around the world, the new Muslims, many new Muslims, they are very active to make dawah. We don't have missionaries. We don't have big missionaries like Christian, yet the Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world. Even there is a statistic from the, not even today, even before. For example, 1934 until the 1984, in Reader's Digest, they make the statistics that what is the fastest growing religion. From 1934 until the 1984, Reader's Digest is a very popular magazine, weekly magazine. And they put there the growth of Islam in 50 years, from 1934 until 1984, 235%. 235%. And they put the Christianity differently, Catholic, Protestant, born again, every denomination, Methodist, etc. And they make total 8. The total growth of the Christianity from 1934 until 1984 is 47% only. But Islam, 235%, subhanallah, 5 times more, 500% more. So we have to do this job. I want to bring Islam to the world. I want to be blessing for the world. I want to be blessing for Philippines and for whole world. Through my character, through my generosity, through my help, through my dawah, through my preaching, through bringing the message of Allah. And not I want to be cursed for anyone. When I was in school, there was a hadith I read. The Muslim is the one, from his hand and from his tongue, everyone is safe. Everyone get the peace. So if you're Muslim, yung kamay mo at yung dila mo, puro kapayapaan. You have to give peace to the people of the world. And the more we follow this doctrine of sacrifice, like these animals are giving their life to become our food. So same thing, we want to use our life to benefit for the people. And we are making this promise to Allah, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينُ. We are your slave, and we follow your commands, whatever your commands, and what are the commands of Allah. Pray 5 times a day. What is the next? Give zakat. What is zakat? Charity. When you make salah, you become mabait. You have no more arrogance because you are bowing down. When you give charity, you are helping the humanity. The charity, the zakat is for everyone. Muslim at Hindi Muslim. Nasa Quran. For the non-Muslim, you give mu'allaf al-qulub, sabina Allah. Sa Quran. Mu'allaf al-qulub. You are winning their heart. You are showing that the Muslims are good, Islam is good. What is the next? Fasting. What is fasting? You are getting good character with fasting. You are getting fear of Allah with fasting because you are not eating, drinking. And when you are hungry in the fasting, you can think for the poor. I am rich, but I am hungry today because of fasting. What about the poor every day hungry? I should give them, I should feed them. So you will be more generous in the fasting. When you go to Hajj, it's too much hardship, and that also makes you very good character. Allah commands us not to tell a lie, not to cheat people, and honor your promise. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, The three signs of the munafiq: whenever he speaks the lie. Whenever he promise, he breaks his promise. And whenever you trust him, he betrays you. The signs of the munafiq, yung hypocrite. Hindi yung pananampalataya sa puso niya, sa dila niya mayroon pananampalataya. Whenever he speaks the lie. Whenever he promise, he breaks his promise. And whenever you trust him, he betrays you. Cheater. Sabi ni Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, man khana falaysa minna. Whoever cheat people, he's not among us. So selling haram is haram. Selling haram is make you out of Islam, if you don't want to stop it. But if you think it's wrong and you want to stop it, you are a Muslim. But you say, ayoko, I don't like to stop selling haram, it's okay for me. So you are rejecting the command of Allah that I don't mind. But if you're a believer, if I tell you, brother, haram, yes, inshallah I will stop, because you believe. So if you believe that selling haram is halal, you are not believing in Allah. But as long as I say, brother, it's haram, don't sell this, inshallah I will stop it. It's haram, I know this haram. So you are a believer. Like example, if you see a brother selling alcohol, and if you tell him, brother, haram to sell alcohol, and he said, yes, inshallah I will stop, Allah forgive me, okay, you are a believer. But you say, no, I will sell it, balana. Oh, you are not accepting the command of Allah. So that's my mean to say. It's not that the person selling haram become kafir. It's not my mean to say. But if you are refusing the command of Allah, you are rejecting the command of Allah. Like shaitan, when Allah said to accept the Adam as superior, the shaitan said, no, I don't like it. So we should not reject the commands of Allah. And the Prophet Muhammad said, a believer cannot be a liar, a believer cannot be a cheater. So we should be kind to the people. We should be helpful to the people, not to lie to people and not to cheat to people, and be honest. And that can also help, that can also be the power to Islam. The people will like to Islam, they will come to Islam. So I am already finished now. It's already 12:54. Anyways, no work today, is holiday today. It's a blessing for us here. Inshallah, we brought here 10 cows and 20 goats. It's for going to slaughter after Salatul Jummah days, inshallah, and that will be our blessing and celebration. And may Allah accept this from us. Inna Allah wa malaikatu salluna ala nabi. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu sallu alayhi wa sallimu taslima. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallim. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanatan wa fil akhirati hasanatan wa qina adhaban nar. Amin. Ya Allah, our Lord, give us good in this world and good in the hereafter. Save us from your anger and save us from hellfire. Amin. Ya Allah, be happy with us and enter us in Jannatul Firdaus in our next life forever. Amin. Ya Allah, guide us. Amin. Ya Allah, forgive us. Amin. Ya Allah, mercy on us. Amin. Ya Allah, protect us. Ameen. Ya Allah, remove all the sickness from the world. Ameen. Ya Allah, save us from all the sickness. Ameen. Ya Allah, guide all the people of the world. Ameen. Ya Allah, forgive all the believers. Ameen. Ya Allah, protect us. Ameen. Ya Allah, protect us. Ameen. Ya Allah, protect us. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children and all the children of the world long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children and all the children of the world long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, give our children and all the children of the world long life. Ameen. Ya Allah, we ask from you all good, which your prophets and all good people they ask from you. Ameen. Ya Allah, we seek a protection from all the evil from which your prophets and all good people seek your protection. Ameen. Ya Allah, accept our dua. Ya Allah, accept our salah. Ya Allah, accept our sacrifices. Ameen. Ya Allah, accept our qurban. Ameen. Ya Allah, guide us. Ameen. Ya Allah, forgive us. Ameen. Ya Allah, mercy on us. Ameen. Ya Allah, accept our dua which she ask and she not ask. Ameen. Ya Allah, accept our dua which she ask and she not ask. Ameen. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وسلم. ربنا تقبل منا انك انت السميع العليم وتب علينا مولانا انك انت التواب الرحيم. سبحان ربك رب العزه عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. اقيموا الصلاه. الله اكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ألف لام ميم ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين الذين يؤمنون بالغيب يقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون والذين يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك وبالآخرة هم يوقنون أولئك على هدى من ربهم وأولئك هم المفلحون إن الذين كفروا سواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون ختم الله على قلوبهم وعلى سمعهم وعلى أبصارهم غشاوة ولهم عذاب عظيم ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا وما يخدعون إلا أنفسهم وما يشعرون في قلوبهم مرض فزادهم الله مرضا ولهم عذاب أليم بما كانوا يكذبون وإذا قيل لهم لا تفسدوا في الأرض قالوا إنما نحن مصلحون ألا إنهم هم المفسدون ولكن لا يشعرون وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن الناس قالوا ونؤمن كما آمن السفهاء ولا إنهم السفهاء ولكن لا يعلمون وإذا لقوا الذين آمنوا قالوا آمنا وإذا خلوا إلى شياطينهم قالوا إنا معكم إنما نحن مستهزئون الله يستهزئ بهم يمدهم في طغيانهم يعمهون الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا الحمد الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق ومن شر غاسق إذا وقب ومن شر النفاثات في العقد ومن شر حاسد إذا حسد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس الله أكبر سمع الله لمن حمده ربنا الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر Allahu Akbar. Alhamdulillah wassalawatu wattayyibat. Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Asyhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh. Wa alihi wa sahbihi sallallahu alaihi wa sallam wa barakatuh. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi. Allahu Akbar. Astagfirullah, astagfirullah, astagfirullah.